DDoS as a service powered by Bushido Botnet.
So Ganesh, I think you have a story for us about the Bushido botnet?
Yeah, it's another day, another week, another IoT-based botnet. This time, it's different in the sense it offers like a DDoS as a service.
Okay.
So what these bad actors are doing is they started publishing about this service on a Facebook page. And they've opened up to anyone actually who registers for the service, and they have access to the website. The website is so simple, there are only 3 or 4 fields to be filled up. What they're calling is, this is being called as 0x booter, like a stressor service. What they're saying is actually this is being powered by a Bushido botnet, which is basically, I think it came up from using the Mirai code, and I think they kind of enhanced a little bit. There's some similarities how it works with Mirai and other IoT-based botnets.
So it seems that there's just more capabilities built into this specific DDoS service.
One specific feature very interesting to me is they have different tiers for offering the service. It ranges from $20 to $150. They go like a bronze, silver, and gold, bronze plus, silver plus. And I think the ultimate is a VIP plus or something.
A VIP package, like a car wash.
Car
VIP
wash.
car wash.
Yeah. The difference is what is the duration of the attack. Like the least is, I think, 900 seconds. And they have only one concurrent attack happening at the same time. I believe that's a threat. And that goes up to concurrent. As you go up the tier, I think you get more services. And also, it varies with the level of service, customer service you get. So those are the interesting things.
So, I mean, over the last several years, first of all, you've seen that anybody out there can get access to bots that they didn't compromise themselves.
Yeah.
There's another example of that. And then over time, you've seen how the price has gone down, and then the size of the attack has gone up. So this just is one more example of low cost and
high
huge
impact
attack.
Yeah.
The price to rent capacity to carry out these attacks is not going up, it's going down. It's the commoditization of renting bots to carry out a denial of service attack.
The way it works is actually, the similarities here is how similar to Mirai is it brute forces users' names and passwords. But the long list of usernames and passwords are much, much larger than Mirai-based botnets. And typically targeting, I think, 4 vulnerabilities in this case: GPON routers, Hawaii, we all seen all this, Realtek, and D1000 Sierra Wireless routers. Once it finds that, actually what it does is it checks on the infected device what kind of listening services are running. It checks about 29 listening ports. I think they're all associated with various botnets. And once it finds, it tries to stop all the listening ports. It makes sure it's the only service running it. And coming to the different attack options, Mirai has 10 different attack options, like UDP-based, full SYN, SYNAC, all the various things. But in this case, they have 3 additional attack types bringing it to 13 different attack options. And finally, it also checks the process names on the devices. And again, actually kills them, just to making sure it's the only process running on the devices. While looking at the actual telemetry data, instead of 29 different ports, in our data, actually, I saw Bushido-related one on port 23. In this case, I think I'm going back past 90 days. Pretty much compared to 555 TCP, the traffic is pretty much similar, I think it has a weekly pattern. Weekends it's going down, and again it's picking up and slowing down. But in this case, I think it's averaging around 55,000 scanners at any time. I think that's the interesting part I found. There are other ports, but needs to be a little deeper analysis needs to be done. But at this point, it's evaluated from social engineering and coming IoT devices to social engineering, and they're leveraging that to actually do the large attacks in this case.
So some of those things that were more, had more features or were more advanced, we're just expanding upon what the other one used to do, but it's doing more, checking for more ports,
Yep.
and then it's actually turning off the ones that it's not going to use,
Yeah.
so that the device isn't busy doing anything else. We want the device focused on our attack.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
So I think the key here is not to use default passwords and to patch against the known vulnerabilities to prevent yourself from becoming a victim of it.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Actually, if you look at the vulnerabilities they are targeting, one is from 2014. So obviously, still there are so many devices with that vulnerability open, and they could able to leverage it.
I think this is another great example of if you have any type of device, if you're connecting it to your internet connection, make sure you're patching it all the time